Hi, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with your Nashville Realtor. I am Meredith Smith, your Nashville Realtor, and I just wanted to take a minute to talk about Zillow. And we all know what Zillow is. It's one of the most popular search engines in the world for finding real estate. And it's truly a blessing and a curse. It can be quite accurate. It can be also quite inaccurate. And when it's inaccurate, it can be quite disappointing for a potential seller because they could think their house is worth so much more than it actually is. So for example, my house is here in Nashville. It's only 5 years old. And the Zestimate for my property is very accurate. It's within about $5,000. That's because it's located in a neighborhood. There's lots of sold activity all the time. And I haven't had to make any updates yet. It's 5 years old. The kitchen hasn't needed an update. The bathrooms, it's all in pretty, turnkey conditions. So where there can become an issue with Zillow is when you have a property that hasn't seen the market in a long time. My example I would love to share with you is I had a buyer under contract and the property was last sold in 2001. So you can about imagine the improvements that should have been made over the past 20 plus years that haven't been made. So when we approached the property, we knew it was priced a tiny bit high, but you know what? We were going to go for it. And unfortunately, there was a lot of issues with the property. Long story short, the seller went ahead and priced his property based off of what his Zillow Zestimate said. Zillow has no idea you haven't updated your roof, that you have major foundation issues, that you need a new heating and cooling system, and that there's a laundry list of issues because of the deferred maintenance that was not taken care of over the past 20 years. So when a property hasn't seen the market in that long of a time, it can what typically happens is your estimate is way higher than it should be. And that creates a lot of confusion for sellers because they think, well, this is what my house is worth. Well, at the end of the day, it could be what the house is worth, provided all the maintenance is done and whatnot. The estimate could also be way off. It could be 50,000 under. It just depends. So do I always look at Zillow? Of course I do. When I am going out to see a potential seller, it's one of the first places I go because I know that you guys are looking at it too. I want to see where, what Zillow say. And when I get that number, I got to back it up, why it's accurate or why it's not. And so sure, Zillow gives me the guide point, but there's so many factors involved when pricing your home. The market, what is sold in your neighborhood or within a nearby radius within the past 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. What other amenities do the solds have compared to your house? What improvements have you made? If you've owned the house for 10 years, maybe you've done a major remodel. Zillow has no idea what you've done to your home. It's an algorithm. So while it's a great tool, I encourage people to look at it. Like I said, I always look at Zillow, but there's so much more when it comes to pricing your property. So I hate it. I hate to see sellers get frustrated or think, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Zillow, because Zillow's not the end all to be all. That's our jobs as real estate professionals to give you an idea of market value and why. So when you're hiring a real estate agent and you put that Zestimate in front of them, I hope that they're able to tell you why it's worth that number or why it's not. It could be worth more, it could be worth less. It just depends on so many different variables. So if you're looking to sell your home in the near future, if you have questions about Zillow and Zestimates and all that, please reach out. But just wanted to share that today. Make it a great day.